Okay, so we're back again. Alright, I need to investigate that building. There we go. These are very valuable, actually. These whispering eggs, but they're also pretty dangerous because as soon as you start to attack one, you'll get a horde of green mutant creatures that look a little bit like the aliens in Pitch Black, the Riddick thing. But they're green and glowy, and yeah, we'll do that afterwards. See if there's anything we can take from here. I'm not even going to try and fix that. I'll grab this stuff. Let's access this abandoned terminal. Again, just holding the middle mouse button to drop that stuff from the ground. We'll find them when the time is right. Okay, so we need oxygen. Make some antimatter housing. There's some plants over here. Let's grab these. And that's enough, so we can craft the antimatter housing. Which is then going to ask us to make a warp cell. Which, because we've got an antimatter and an antimatter housing, means we can make a warp cell. And then I believe that goes into the starship. Let's make sure we're close enough to access the inventory. Starship. Oh, it's the technology, that's right. And then the hyperdrive takes the warp cell. It's only charged it a little bit, but I'm assuming that's going to be enough, yeah, for us to do what we need to do. But before we go, I am going to take the opportunity to make a bit of extra cash here. Not a lot. I don't want to hang around here for too long because I do want to just carry on. There's a 4 here. So normally when you shoot them, the creatures jump up out of the ground like they're burrowing things. And they will just start attacking you straight away. But if you stand on top of one of the eggs and don't get knocked off it by the creatures when they show up, they actually won't attack you while you're standing on top of the eggs, and that'll allow you to gather the lava cores. But they will move around, and if they nudge you off the egg, then they will start to attack you, and they're pretty vicious. You can kill them as well. You get some missions where you need to kill these guys, but they won't. You can't kill them off and get rid of them completely, because every time you kill one, another one will spawn in its place. So they won't actually run out, disappear completely. Or he's coming after me. I'll try and get away from that. We'll just let my suit and things recharge quickly. Oh, that's where I want it to be. So then I can jump down onto that egg, hopefully, without them attacking me. Let's wait for him to move. You gonna move? He's not gonna move. Let's see if there's some eggs over here. There are some eggs over here. Oh. There you go. See, one hit from that took me down to, what's that, about a third of my shield. So if they'd hit me again, that would have taken the shield off, and then 3 more hits and I'd have been dead. And the hits come very quickly when these things are mobbing up on you. So let's just see if I can jump on that egg. There we go. just get a couple more of these. This will do. Let's get back in my ship and leave. Ah, okay, that could be an issue. This swarm that's spawned in here, that will go away after a certain amount of time. They don't hang around for ages. Okay, so I need dihydrogen and metal plate. That, so I need ferrite dust and yeah, ferrite dust and dihydrogen. Okay. Just going to give him a minute to not be quite so angry. Come on. Let's try being on top of the ship. Oh, that's what I need. Let's see any more of it. If you shoot the eggs when you're away from them, the lava balls will drop, but they don't hang around for very long. So you can't just shoot them all up and then run around collecting them all, because after a moment, see, they just vanish. So you've only got a short period of time to be able to grab them after you've shot the egg. And I probably shouldn't have done that, because that means these guys are going to hang around for longer. But I just need ferrite dust for the metal plate, so we'll do that while they're hanging around. There's a sentinel over there. They're not very smart. He's not going to track it over to me, at least not at this point. Hydrogen. We've only got 6. Okay, so we're going to need more of that. Hydrogen. Oh, the creatures have all burrowed away again now, so. Oh, like I couldn't have seen this from the ship. Come on. Where else? Over there. Oh. That projectile ammunition will come in handy later on. We don't have the bolt caster made yet, but once we do, you burn through the ammunition pretty quickly when you're using it. So now, is that enough? Yes, there we go. That'll do. There we go. So they wanted me to go back up into space. I need to fill that. There we go. Make you into space. Let's make you into space. I'm in space. Am I not in space? No, I'm in space. Oh, it wants me to warp to another system. Does it want me to warp to another system? Go and just, okay, yeah. So you need to press X and then go to the galaxy map. And this will bring you out into the the galaxy map. If you right click, it'll sort of deselect that location where you start from, and then you can have a look around. It's pretty. Each of these things that it's selecting here is a different system in itself. I'm not sure what that path is. I don't know. But yeah, the further away something is, the more fuel it takes, and the different colored stars, they should be more distinct, really, because it can be quite hard to tell the difference sometimes between the different stars. But you need specific kinds of warp drives or pulse drives or something to get to these different stars, and they're I think the purple ones are the rarest, and then you've got green and yellow and blue, I think. Anyway, we only need to go to one. We can go to one that's fairly nearby. I think that one's the closest. So yeah, you see this system, it's got 3 planets. That planet's got a moon. So we'll just hold down left click to warp to that system. Okay, it says there, yeah, 3 planets, 1 moon. It's dominated by the Gek. We're going to go to the space station first. I'm not sure what the mission's going to tell us to do, but just going to pop into the space station quickly and sell those lava core things that we picked up. Just because we can. When we come back out of the spaceship, the space station will. Oh, this should be good. I could get away from this by going into the space station, and that would automatically kind of save me from the pirates. So pirates essentially have just scanned my ship, and now they're going to try and here they come. Now they're going to try and kill me and take out my to steal my cargo. Basically, that's what they're trying to do. I don't. This ship, as you can see, it's not particularly strong, but we take out a few of them. Okay, we're getting there. The ship, as you can see, the ship has a certain number of kind of lives as well. There we go. So we've got. You can scroll through the different targets somehow. I just can't remember how. There you go. Let's take that guy out. And actually, if I remember rightly, they kind of drop some little cargo pod things, and if you collect those little cargo pods, they will sort of recharge your shield and things, and give you different resources. Now, I don't want to shoot the space station because that'll get the Sentinels angry at me. Yeah, those little pods that are dropped behind it, you collect those. There we go. All right, so we dealt with the pirates. Now we can drop in here, sell those eggs that I was saying about. How many have we got? 8. Yeah, so for a stack of 5, we'll get just over 300,000, depending what the kind of trade penalty kind of thing is here. There we go. And we want to sell items. Oh, correct. Yeah, we get almost 500,000 for selling these. Not bad. So yeah, we'll go out and track down that signal now. If you carry things that are worth something, the pirates are more likely to attack you. Okay, where's that signal? Oh, so the ship just went past me. It might be waiting to scroll through these achievements before it shows me where it is. Maybe. Oh, it's there. Okay. Planetary outpost. Scan that moon as well. Frost crystals. Later on in the game, you'll need to gather frost crystals in order to make glass, which you need for some of the base construction stuff. But you don't need that really straight away. Oh, this is one of those trade station things, and this is what I was talking about having the landing pads. And that's something that I really wish they would have. You can't build a landing pad yourself at your base when you build it. So you can't kind of help yourself be more efficient with sort of landing and taking off, which is it's kind of a little bit frustrating. It'd be nice if they would allow you to build your own landing pads at your own base. I'm assuming that's one of the many things that they're going to be doing uh, to improve the game in the future. Oh, this is the guy that we need to speak to. Just wait for that to finish. There we go. There you go. He's giving us a blueprint for the antimatter. Oh, hang on, what was that saying? Craft a warp cell. So we need antimatter, we need antimatter housing, and we need to make a warp cell. We need to fuel the hyperdrive again. Didn't we already do this? We've already done this once. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just because it's going to take us back to another planet. Let's fuel that again. See what they tell us next. We go back into space. Okay. Okay, so it wants me to go back to space map. Is it going to give us a target? We're supposed to be going, no, not down there. Is that the path we're supposed to be following? Sure, it doesn't want us to go there. Yes, I don't want to walk there if it wants us to go somewhere else. But I guess we'll go there. Can always come back again if it's the wrong way. Okay, so is it going to prompt us again? Full depleted, searching for fuel source. We'll accept that. Okay, so I guess it's going to tell us, oh, there's another fleet that's warped in there. Oh, mission over here. There we go. Wait for the space station to get out of the way. There we go. Oh, another 20 seconds. We're going to need to refuel the pulse engine soon as well. There we go. We arrived. We've almost arrived. Oh, let's cut the speed. See what's going on here. Is there somewhere to land? Doesn't look like it. We'll land over here. Oh yeah, it saves the game every time you get out of your ship as well. Just so you know, that's liquid for high. Okay. Which is the 3? Yeah, that looks like it. All right, let's see what this has to say. Again, just giving us clues that we're actually supposed to be, I don't know, searching for something in particular, even though we don't know what. So it's sending us back into space again now. And we could spend some time on the planet scanning things, getting resources, whatever, but we're just following the missions for now. Or the tutorial, if that's what you can call it. Strange powers at work. Oh, here we go. So we can search for answers, or we can free explore. So I guess this is kind of the end of the kind of the fixed path at the start. So I'm going to go free explore this time, just because we're getting on for 3 hours now. So this is enough to give you, I think, a good idea of what the game is, and possibly if you saw it before when it was first released, then you'll be able to see what improvements may or may not have been made. There's definitely a lot of empty space left in the game, and there's a lot of things that I feel like the game developers need to do better or very different. But overall, it's not too bad. Pulse engine's offline. Okay, so we need some more tritium fuel that engine. I just wanted to show you before I call it on this. I just wanted to show you guys how they handle the character creation, or I guess that's what you can call it, character creation. Which it's not actually part of the tutorial, at least not up until this point, and I don't remember from the playthrough that I did before. I don't remember it being actually a tutorial, it, or prompting you to do it in any way. I think you just kind of expected to find it yourself. Uh, but yeah, the way that you create your character or change the design of your character is on the space stations. In every space station, there's an area where you can go and just go in and change your character, and you can, I guess, you can do it as many times as you want. I don't think there's a limit. But yeah, you can choose between, I think, 4 different races. Yourself, I think you're called like an anomaly, and then you've got the Gek, the Viking, and the Korvax, and yeah, each one's got different head selections, body, not so much body selections, but clothing. It doesn't matter which race you choose, you're still this kind of, yeah, ambiguous kind of body. Uh, but yeah, I'll show you now when we get there. Give you a quick look through the options. This, and we could have done this the first time I got to a space station. I just forgot about it. Oh, oh, it didn't pick me up that time. Come on, take me in. There we go. What I would like to do is, before I call it a day, maybe see if we can pick ourselves up a freighter as well. Show you guys how that happens. But that's the station here, and this, it's the same on every space station. Like I said, the kind of the intergalactic trade port is over there with a couple of things, and then over on this side you've got the uh, thing that upgrades your suit. You've got the weapons and the spaceship upgrade as well. So there's that. The price goes up every time. Like it was 5,000 for that time instead of the 1,000 to start with. But yeah, appearance modifier. So you can choose your race. Oh, there's a traveler as well. So for the anomaly, you've got different helmet types, which some of them are very obviously heavily influenced by other um, things. But yeah, anyway, you can change the clothing on the shoulders. You can change the kind of armor style thing. You got gloves, legs, boots, backpack as well. You can change. That's just markings though. But for the different races, you've got the Gek, which are the little short beaky things that we've been dealing with, and they've got all their different head options. Uh, same as the Viking. The Viking are the aggressive ones, supposedly. But yeah, they're kind of funny looking. Well, they're all kind of funny looking, but yeah, you got the Korvax, which are like the computers, which are on the same body as the anomalies, uh, and you can get different head options. I think the Traveler one is the one that gives you the weird head that's a glowing ball. This one, yeah, that's kind of weird. Not sure what that's all about. But yeah, so you get all these different options of color and stuff that you can do as well. And I'm just gonna leave it there because I'm not interested in. Oh, what's it done? Okay, well, I guess that's me now. Um, But yeah, the starship, the freighter, sorry, the way you acquire your first freighter is when you warp into a new system, you. Oh, I need to get out of the space station first. When you warp into a new system, there's a chance that you'll run into a freighter that's being attacked by pirates. And if you save that ship from the pirates, then the commander just offers you his ship. 98 light years, that's quite a long way. 6, it's really closer. These look, that one's closer. Cannot warp. Hyperdrive has no fuel. Let's come out of the map. What does the hyperdrive need? Warp cells. There we go. Where was it? Was it that one? Yeah. It's, as far as I know, it's a chance thing as well. I don't know if there's anything that you can do to increase the chance of running into a pirate attack. I'm not sure what governs it. And this, oh yeah, well there we go. We got lucky. These guys are under attack. Now you need to be careful not to shoot the freighters or the cargo ships or anything like that. You need to just shoot the pirate ships. We just need to deal with these. I was out of range. Okay. Oh, so another one. Looks like there's one more. I don't want to shoot the ship. Get out of there. Okay. Yeah, we'll just gather those. Now I should get a message from, yeah, emergency comms. So you press X to open that up and then F to get into the channel. And this guy wants me to come aboard their vessel. And that should... This one? Oh, it's this one. Okay. When you get your own freighter, you can modify the inside. There's different ways that you can build stuff inside. And it's kind of frustrating. Every freighter is identical on the inside, but when you trade your freighter up for a different one, it doesn't move across any structures or rooms or anything, decorations that you've built inside the ship. So just be aware that if you make changes to the inside of the ship, you'll lose them if you swap your freighter for another one. I don't want to talk to him, we just need to talk to the captain. And then we get to inspect the freighter. And it's a Class C, and it's got 17 slots. I think the first freighter I got in the other playthrough that I did, I think I only had 16 slots in the ship. So there's a degree of randomization there. There's definitely a degree of randomization in what the freighter looks like. But we'll accept the freighter anyway. So this is basically ours now. The captain will stay where he is, but he's part of the crew. We don't really need to speak to him again. This guy we will need to speak to once we've got some frigates that we can send out on missions. We can pick up personal missions here. We can get the once we've sorted him out with a warp engine, we can actually warp the freighter to different places as well. But yeah, the freighter belongs to us now, and again, they don't tell you this, but from what I figured out, you can store. I think it's 6 ships. So basically, if I was to speak to that ship and buy his ship, then any ships that you buy will then turn up. They'll be stored in this freighter here. But you can only have like up to 6 ships. After that, you'll have to trade one of your ships for another ship. You can't buy it. I think though, if you leave your freighter in one system, you can buy another freighter in another system, but they're crazy expensive. So you're not going to come up against that anytime soon. But yeah, so we own this frigate now, and it's a good start. And the inventory slots in the freighter, again, you can teleport materials to the freighter from wherever you are, whatever planet you're on, wherever your freighter is. So it's quite handy to be able to have this extra inventory space so that you can clean out your own inventory and just send stuff to the freighter. You can't call it back to you again, though. You need to go to the freighter in order to do that. So yeah, once you've got this, you've got your personal inventory, you've got the ship inventory, and you've got the freighter inventory. And what I did is picked up myself a couple of other ships and just leave them on the freighter as extra storage space, just to keep hold of things. When you start building a base and following through those, there's a whole kind of quest/mission line that you go through to build your base as well, and you will get some kind of they're almost like big safety deposit boxes, but they've only got 5 storage slots in each, and you can build I think 10 per base that you build. So it's not too bad as far as storage goes. It would be nice if there were easier ways to get storage, but yeah, I'm not going to deal with the building base stuff, at least not today. I might continue that run through another time. But yeah, we're getting on for roughly 3 hours play. So yeah, it's taken, and I've not rushed through it, but I've also not kind of dawdled too much either. So for 3 hours playtime, we've achieved something, not a great deal. We've not done a lot of exploring yet, following the quests through. Once you start digging up the resources and things, the technology modules, and start researching bases and building bases and taking on missions from the space stations or taking on missions from the galactic mission thing up on the deck up there. Then things start to progress a bit more and you start to feel like you're actually achieving some things. If you follow the storyline through as well, you do find stuff. It's just, I don't know, it seems to take a while before you feel like you're really getting anywhere. And as for the characters, the way they move, the combat, stuff like that, I guess you've seen a little bit of little bit of everything. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This was just kind of a brief, 3 hours brief intro into how No Man's Sky is right now. So if you were considering it, maybe this has helped you make a decision one way or another, whether you wanted to get the game or not. I actually picked it up in a sale, so I got it for half price. I didn't want to pay full price for it. I'm still not convinced that it's worth full price, but if you can pick it up in a sale, I would say why not? If you like this kind of game, give it a shot. Um, and yeah, so I'm going to call it there. That's it's about 3 hours. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, guys, and see you in the next one.